Hi, in this video for the Rockport Totes, I'm going to show you how to make the bottom of the bag. Now this bottom right here is the bottom for the medium bag, but you're going to make the bottom for any size the same way. There is a template in your pattern. Now the template is half this size, so it's just this right here. You're going to trace that on a piece of paper, and you want the paper to be folded in half. Cut that template out, unfold it, and that will be your template for the bag. You want to draw a line in the very center because that's going to help us place the bottom on the side of the bag. Now, one of the things that you may want to consider if you're going to make a number of these bags is to make a more permanent template instead of one out of paper. You might want to put it on template plastic or the actual interfacing that we use for the bottom of the bag. This interfacing for the bottom of the bag is a very stiff, double-sided fusible interfacing. This is Peltex 2 by Pellon. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to fuse fabric to Pellon, and you're going to be making 2 of these. So you're going to fuse fabric to rectangles of the Peltex 2, and then you're going to use your template, trace it, and cut it out. You will use this arrow marking in a bit. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to bind the bottom. Now this binding is just 1 1/4 inches wide. Fold down the beginning about 1/2 inch, and then stitch all the way around using a 1/4 inch seam, careful around the curves, and then overlap it about 1 inch at the end. You're going to take that and you're going to flip it to the back, and you want to pull it really tight so that it looks like this. Then, because this is double-sided fusible, you want to iron that down. That will be fused. You will make 2 of these, and then you will sew them just by stitching in the ditch all the way around to make a bottom that's finished on both the inside and the outside. So once you've made your bottom, then you're going to be sewing the bottom, attaching the bottom to the sides of the bag. Now if you watch the other video that we have, you've made the sides of your bag. Now you're going to pin the bottom on the bag, and I start pinning in this spot right here where this vertical binding strip is. So that is where this arrow comes into play. So you want to start pinning right here, right in the very center, and I've marked that center with this pin. I can remove it now. So all you're doing is taking your pin and pushing it down through the sides of the bag, and you're going to do that every inch or so, all the way around the bag. Then you're going to sew the bottom to the sides by using a very small whip stitch. Now, what you're going to be doing, as you can see, I've started here already, but you're going to go across, catching just the fabric in your stitching, and then down. So pull it down through, and I am using a milliner's needle and a thicker thread. I use a 12 weight cotton thread, either by Sulky or by Aurifil. You can also use pearl cotton. So just pull that through, and you want to pull it nice and tight so you can hardly see your stitches. So again, across and down. So you're going across through that second layer of the bottom and down through the binding on the side. The thread is never where you want it to be. And then you're going to pull it tight. Make sure your thread is nice and even. Pull it tight. and then stitch about every 1/4 inch all the way around. Now when you get to here, which is about where I started, it's the edge of the overlap on the inside, then you're going to sew straight through and back out, in and out, across here, down, and across the top to attach that flap together. Now when you sew here, you're going to go straight in the ditch right here, in the ditch of your binding. When you come back out, you want to come back out very close to your stitching, because on the inside of the bag you do not want that stitching to show. So if you look in here, you can't see my stitching up here because I have gone back out to the outside of the bag very close to where I came through on this side. So go back out, in and out, just to tack these two pieces together. And that's it.